Alright, I'm now on the consequences for wearing dreadlocks. Now this is what this particular religion and culture believes, alright? This is not what I fully believe. I'm just shining some light on some things and how this can connect with you, those that can relate that's wearing their hair locked. Consequences for wearing dreadlocks. But most people in the modern societies have no clue, other than their own personal imagination and definitions, what having dreadlocks means. According to the Kemetic initiation, the oldest and most authentic spiritual system mankind has ever known, one must devote themselves to purity and follow the 77 commandments at all times. This is a heavy responsibility. The 77 commandments are spiritual laws given to humanity from the gods, okay? The gods, not from God, the gods, so that we can create the world that we want to see and come close to their world. They include not getting angry, gossiping, not hurting another being, human or non-human. How many of those in the modern societies have had locked hair do not eat meat? How many people with locks do not talk about people behind their back, gossip, and have hot tempers? How many dreads out there can honestly say that they follow the 77 commandments? Very few. Having dreadlocks help the person spiritually, continues Master Nine, but because it causes the gods to notice them, they are a physical proof that the person has vowed to follow the 77 commandments. Regardless whether the person knows of or follows the commandments, merely having dreads means they have vowed to follow them at all costs, and of all the gods will be more comfortable with that person because they have taken this vow. This helps the person in every way, with their spiritual growth, the development of their senses, their communication with the ancestors. But on the other side, if one breaks a commandment, there are heavy penalties to be paid. Having dreadlocks literally calls on every God that guarantees the 77 commandments to take a serious look into their life. Now, this is what they believe. I'm going to stop right there because I don't believe in God. I believe in God, the only true and living God, Jesus Christ, the Son of the Most High God. But this is what they're saying here, that people don't really know why they're wearing dreadlocks. A lot of people do wear them for a fashion statement. What is your reason for wearing your dreadlocks? First, you can leave me a comment or a video response. Let me know, why do you wear your hair locked? I would love to know. Let me know your religion, your relationship, if you're Christian, if you're Muslim. Let me know why you decided to lock your hair. So this is what this is all about. And I just want to thank One Rasta Raven. I want to thank her for leaving me that comment and becoming a part of my family here and opening up my mind to dreadlock hair. Now, the thing about dreadlock hair is they just let the hair mat together. They do nothing to the hair, and the hair naturally mats together. I was in a parking lot at a gas station, as a matter of fact, and I was getting gas, and I believe this man was Jamaican, and he was drunk. And he came up to me and he said, "You're not a true Rastafarian. You a fake. You a fake." So when he said that to me, I was looking at him like, okay, no, I'm not a Rastafarian. Get away from me before I call the cops. But it was like almost as an offense to him because I wasn't a Rastafarian. And I had my hair locked, and then with my lock being so long, some would say that I manipulated my lock. Some may get offended by that. So in so many aspects of taking this on, I mean, it is consequences for wearing locks. I mean, even in corporate America, working in the office setting, and they receiving more on women than on men. Now that's crazy. You know, because they associate that hairstyle with gang banging, drug dealing, shooting up, throwing up gang signs, like I said, with the black male. Is that right? No. But that's the stereotype that we have portrayed. And a lot of people, if you look at people locked, you can just see their personality in the locks. Now, take time out this week for those that don't understand or have locks. Take time to look at people locks. Now, I've seen guys that wear their pants below their waist, off their behind, and they have the locks that's standing up all over the place, and they are gang banging. You can see the spirit on them. It's a spiritual tie with the locks. Samson Locks was a spiritual tie with his strength and with God. God said, don't touch his hair, Don't let him touch any unclean thing. There was specific instructions behind the locking of his hair. And we know how Samson fell. He lost the strength of his hair because of a woman. You know, so myself, I eat red meat. You know, they may say, you know, you're not really clean, you're not pure, you eat red meat. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to throw that out there, and I just want to tell my new sister that I thank you, because it really opened up my mind and allowed me to dig a little bit deeper, even behind the history of my hair. You know the reason why, know why you're doing things, and be careful. If God is not telling you to do it, you know, we can take on other spirits. I am a deliverance minister. You know, I know I'm on here and I'm just talking to y'all, but I understand a lot about spiritual warfare and about ancestors and the different demons that come behind our roots, where we come from. And these things, they want to follow us, they want to taunt us and cause us to be in realms on the other side, in a darker realm that we have no business being in. We've been tapped into something that the enemy has set up for us, and it takes us out, it kills us, and we're on our way to hell. But with my hair, I promise you, God told me to do it. He told me to. Me locking my hair told me how to do it and everything. And with that, like I said, it caused me to take off that mask I had on and to receive the beautiful person that I am. As a woman, I was hiding behind a mask. I was hiding behind my relaxed hair. You know, I was a little dressed up baby doll, not dealing with my issues. But when I began to lock my hair, eventually the makeup came off, eventually the acrylic nails came off, and now I see the real me. And when I look in the mirror, I have to love me. Not the mask or the facade that I had put up, but loving who I am as a woman, who I am as Tracy. Everything that has happened to me as a child, you know, the abuse, the abandonment, you know, being promiscuous and being a sexual addict, all those things play a part of who I am today. And for us to move on and be healed, we must embrace those things that did happen to us, but know that God is a deliverer and He is a healer. So this dreadlock thing has took me into another realm, of checking even my relationship with God. If God told me to do that, Tracy, are you doing everything that God told you to do? Are you really living a pure and holy life as God has instructed you to do this? Everything that God does is a reason behind it. Everything that God tells us to do, we got to make sure that we're lifting Him up in every aspect. So I'm just so thankful for this these segments here that I posted here on YouTube. Let me know what y'all think, because this really touched me in many ways. So to my dreadlock brothers and sisters, please forgive me, because I had to. The Bible tells us that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. When you don't have knowledge, you will put yourself in the box and expect everybody to like what's in that box. That's not true. You got to have knowledge on situations, circumstances, even before you even begin to speak upon it, because you don't know what soul God is going to have you minister to and bring in. God bless you. Thank you so much, One Roster Raven, for subscribing to me today. You have really changed my mindset and changed my life. God bless you, and I'll talk to y'all soon.